Welcome, I'm Bridget Harrison, and this is Cooking in Your PJs. Yes, it is afternoon time here, and I had a prior engagement that showed up right when it was noon time to get started. So let's see, I put up my hair for you all, and I'm in my PJs, and rightly so. The PJs today, the theme is mushrooms and bell peppers, and so got a thing going on. Today we're going to be cooking chili cheese casserole. And I'm actually going to use my casserole crockpot. Hope you all can see that. Oh. Now, my Big Bertha, as you all may know, I had a lot of people, rest in peace, decided to dance her way right out of my hands while putting into the dishwasher. So hence, we're stuck with a little 3.5 casserole crock pot, but nevertheless, I figured out a recipe that I can still do. In the meantime, I do want to say thank you to my friends who have all pitched in and donated, and very special thanks to Lindsay, one of my friends here on Facebook, and a longtime friend from the military. And she went ahead, and it should be here any day now. She got me another Big Bertha crockpot, so we'll be able to continue the Cooking in Your PJ series. But today, let's get started. We are going to make chili cheese casserole. You are going to need 2 pounds of ground beef, 6 ounces of beef broth. Got my cheat notes here. 2 15-ounce cans of tomato sauce. I could not find any big ones in my store, so I got 2 little ones, but they do equal out to be 15 ounces. You will also need 2 cans of chili. You can do chili with no beans. I'm doing chili with beans. Some black olives. And if you wish, black olives and mushrooms are actually optional. I am foregoing mushrooms today since I do not have them in my pantry, but I will be topping it off with some black olives. Now, what you want to do first is brown up your ground beef with some onion and garlic. I've already done that here for you, so it's ready to go. And if you're going to do, you want 1 small onion chopped and 2 cloves of garlic. I'm actually going to add in my garlic. I'm going to use some minced garlic, so I'm going to add that into my mixture, and you'll see that here in just a few minutes. So first things we want to do is we want to take our 2 cans of tomato sauce. Remember the 2 cans? Oh, made a mistake. You only need 1 15-ounce can. I used 2 to make that 15-ounce can. So only 1 can of tomato sauce. Dump that in. Mixing up our soup cans, mixing up our soup cans. I promised my friend Vanessa that I wouldn't be dancing in my kitchen with Crockpot, but I guess today we're doing salsa dancing. Making some chili cheese casserole. All right, that's good enough. Again, I need to apologize. I do have 2 huskies, and they are in the kitchen with me today. So if you hear some wooing going on, apologize, but that's my kids. I'm going to then add in some garlic, some minced garlic. And I'm only going to do about 2 teaspoons, but like I said, you can, the recipe calls for 2 cloves, of garlic. I'm just going to do 2 tablespoons. I'm sorry if I have like a runny nose and measuring this out. Can't talk and measure. But I've been dealing with a cold, and my voice has been going in and out, and it's just been horrible. I get good days and bad days. I heard the flu's going around a lot right now. Thank goodness. I don't think it was a flu. I don't know what it was, but I'm on the mend. That's why you see a couple over here, some medicine bottles. So I'm dosed up on some medicine, but I think I just used all my minced garlic here. Now we're going to give this a stir. And what we're doing is just stirring and mixing the tomato sauce with the ground beef, onions, and I just put in that clove of garlic, or in my case, minced garlic, 2 tablespoons. And you really want to coat your ground beef, so make sure that tomato sauce gets all mixed together with your 2 pounds. Yes, you heard me correct. It is 2 pounds of ground beef. All right, that seems to be about a good job there. Okay. Before we get started here, we want to go ahead and spray down your crock pot. If you're using a non-stick crock pot, something like a Ninja, you don't need to spray it. But I don't have one. I got the little 3-quart here, so we're making do today. All right, thoroughly coated. Cha-cha-cha. All right. And I'm cheating because I've been sick, so I wrote down my notes. So forgive me if I'm like back and forth and don't seem like I have it together, because I really don't. From being sick, my brain's all a fog. Oh yeah, our tortillas. Forgot to mention them in the ingredients. You kind of need it if you're making chili cheese casserole. All right, so I've got the large. You can use the medium size as well, but what you're going to do is you're going to kind of tear it in half here and lay it down into your crock pot. And I'll show you what that looks like here in just a minute. And there goes my baby, Ginger Lynn. She's talking. She's peeking around the corner. She's like, Mommy, I want one of those tortillas. And she's not allowed table food. We don't feed our dogs table food. All right. What we're kind of doing here is making a bottom layer. So let me show you what that looks like. Like I said, you can use smaller tortillas. That might be more ideal for you, depending on the size of your crock pot. Mine, since Big Bertha took a dip, danced her way right out of my life. I only had large, so I'm making do with the large burritos in the 3.5 casserole crock pot. Now, you want to go ahead and take some of your mixture. You're just going to chop, pour some of that in. Now you're going to approximately do about 3 layers. So depending, again, on what size crock pot you're doing, if you're using a larger crock pot, you should be able to do 3 layers just fine. If you're like me and kind of making do here, you might only be able to do 2 layers, but we will see how we're doing. All right, I'm getting this all spread out here. And again, I apologize, but I forgot another ingredient. Told you my brain is on a fog with the sickness, but what's chili cheese casserole without the cheese? Let me grab that cheese. And the cheese you want to use is a Mexican blend. So you need approximately 2 cups of cheese. Since I forgot these, I was not prepared, so I have to open them. But after you put that layer of ground beef down, you want to go ahead and top it with some cheese. You just sprinkle that right over there. And we love a lot of cheese, so that's why I brought 2 bags. But you only need about 2 cups. So typically 1 bag should do you. But again, depending on your crock pot size, you may actually need 2 bags. So if you got a bigger crock pot, use the 2 bags. All right. Now we're just going to repeat the layers. Okay. But before we do that, we're going to now dump in 2 cans of our chili with beans into the other reserved ground beef. And it looks like it's kind of stuck, so we're going to have to dig it out here with our, I'm using a teaspoon today, but it's not a regular teaspoon. It's actually an iced teaspoon, so it's actually longer. So it's great for getting in cans because it's small and you can reach way down into the can without getting your hands dirty, which is all about me. I may be cooking in my PJs, but I'm not about to get dirty. And yes, for those of you wondering, I do change out of my PJs during the day. This is just a series that I'm starting, and I seem to find that a lot of people like it. It's kind of interesting cooking in your PJs. So, and I have a lot of fun doing it. I've got a lot of support, and I thank you everyone for watching. It means a lot to me. A lot of people have suggested that I do my own YouTube channel, and I don't think I'm ready for that. I don't think I'm that good. I mess up, and I figure I go Facebook Live, and people that want to watch it can watch it. Let's see. All right, we got those 2 cans empty. Now we're going to mix this up. The dogs are over here salivating. I got Tundra, who's right here at the stove, and Ginger Lynn is like right behind. And she's the one you've been hearing a little bit. She's kind of talkative. Mommy's cooking food, and she wants some, and she's not allowed to have it. All right. Now I'm going to show you what this beef mixture looks like. Once mix that up good. Chili has been added to the mixture, the ground beef mixture. All right. There you go. Oh, let me turn this on. Hi, Cassie. So you got a new crock pot. So that's wonderful. Which one did you get? Did you get a casserole size, or did you get one of those Big Berthas? That's like an 8-quart one. That's what I consider a Big Bertha. Oh, thank you, Ashley. Yes, my voice is getting a little better, so I'm glad. All right, anyone else? Okay, so we'll just follow right along. And now we are going to do our layer. Again, depending on your size of crock pot. I have to use the big ones because I planned on doing it in the Big Bertha, but that didn't work out so well. So we are just cutting these in half to fit my casserole one. And if you do have a casserole crock pot, my suggestion is do not buy the large, buy the small, like fajita size. I think that's it. I'm going to layer this down. All right. And then I'm going to show it to you here. And then see, I thought the light works, and then now the light looks like it's too much. I'm trying to get the lighting right here. I'm sorry. So as you can see, with the 3.5 casserole, you're not going to be able to do the 3 layers. You're going to only be able to do the 2 layers. And Look out, Ginge. Move on. Excuse me. Just what you want to see during a cooking show, right? This proves that I am sick. All right, wash your hands. Nothing like taking a break right in the middle of cooking to take care of your cold. All right. So now we are going to put in as much of the beef mixture as we can. Again, like I said, I am doing this in the casserole, so which was not what was planned, but it's what I have. And I do menu planning, so this was on the menu for today, so I had to figure out some way to do this. I have not figured out what to do for an oven-based one. So if maybe you guys have any suggestions on how to convert this over to an oven-based, that might work. But like I said, I don't know how to do that. And so casserole it is. And you know what? I got a good amount of the beef mixture in. I am so surprised. I'm like, happy dance, happy dance. Yes, I watch a little bit too much of QVC too. Cooking in the Kitchen with David. It's like one of my favorites as well. Wow. I'm going to get just about all that in there. And you know what? Bright idea. Here's a tip. If you're using the casserole crock pot, like I said, you can't make any more layers. Since the ground beef is already cooked and I still have some left, I'm actually going to save it and make regular burritos with it. So since we have some of that Mexican blend, that's going to be a great meal for lunch tomorrow. All right, so let's go ahead and finish up here. Top it with the cheese. Like I said, we like a lot of cheese in this house, so it's going to be cheesy. Now, this is a meal that you can start later in the day because it only requires an hour and a half, or 3 hours at the max, because we are going to turn this on high. So you only need, you can start it off in the middle of the day. If you're home, you're really, trying to relax or something and don't feel like cooking. This is something that you could relatively put on low, but no longer than 6 hours. So I wouldn't recommend walking away from it if you're at home or going to go to work, because you have a tendency for it to dry out, and you don't want that to happen. So once that's there, you know what? That's about the max. So last thing to do here is we're going to top it with our olives. Now, if you did have mushrooms and you want to add that in here, now this is chopped. These are not sliced or diced. So I'm actually just going to take and spread it out some. I'm using what I have in the pantry. And let me not suggest buying chopped black olives, because it's kind of going to be hard to spread that around. So if you use olives, use the slice. Oh, back to the mushrooms. You want to add that mushrooms in with your mixture. When you add the beans, the chili and the can of beans, you can add your mushrooms there. Thank goodness we don't mind olives in this house, because I'll show you here in a minute. It does not look pretty. But we're not looking for pretty, are we? We're looking for delicious meals. All right, so this is what it looks like now, and it's extremely heavy. And yes, Cassie, I will see you this weekend. Of course, Star Wars, The Last Jedi is coming out, and me and my husband definitely want to go see that. And my regular daytime job is I work for the movie companies. So for like Universal and Fox and MGM, I'm contracted out. So Cassie is one of my friends that I've met while doing my job, and she's a manager at one of the theaters, so I love seeing her. She's so friendly and wonderful, and she's leaving. I don't want to talk about it. I'll start crying. But, okay, so once this is all topped, you're wondering, hey, we forgot something, the beef broth. No, we didn't. The beef broth gets added at the very end. Once all your casserole has been topped to your liking, you want to go ahead and just kind of drizzle it over. And what this is going to do is add in some more extra moisture while you're slow cooking. And this way, your tortillas don't dry out. So this really is kind of like a method to keep your tortillas wet. All right. And that is it. All we need to do now is put on our lid. And it's ready to go. I'm Bridget Harrison, and we're cooking in your PJs today. And you guys all have a great evening, and enjoy the rest of your afternoon. Again, we're going to go ahead and put this on high for 1.5 to 3 hours. So at the 1.5 mark, I will give it a check. All you need to check for it to see if it's done is to check and see whether or not your cheese is thoroughly melted. And that's really it, since your ground beef was already pre-cooked. Enjoy.